Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Dynastar M-Cross 88 for you today. This ski gets a new graphic for 2026, but returns otherwise unchanged. And we've really liked this ski from the start because it does mix that all-mountain capabilities with more of a front-side carving feel. It's really smooth and really predictable, strong tail, nice energy out of the tail, and then a little bit more of a floaty shovel. So it does kind of mix attributes really, really well. It ends up being a little bit on the stiffer side to be used for pure bumps or trees or soft snow. It is more skill dependent if you want to use it in those situations. It really just excels in making extremely clean S-shaped carved turns on groomers with that additional capability to be a little bit more confident in softer and more broken snow. It is built with their Hybrid Core 2.0 that consists of 3 different layers of poplar, one normal one on the bottom, and then on the top we get 2 poplar layers that are milled and then joined together. So in a vertical manner, they are joined together through friction. They aren't glued together like traditional vertical stringers are. And this friction adds tension, which delivers more energy. And there's just something about how they build these skis that makes them smooth and energetic, and they do it without a whole lot of adhesive, so they're making them a little bit more eco-friendly as a result. Anytime you can keep the performance the same or even elevate it, in this case, without adding to that carbon footprint, I think that's a good thing. Then we get their H-shaped metal laminate here, full metal underfoot, and then tapers into kind of H shapes in the tips and the tails. Those arms act as just increased edge grip while allowing the ski to be a bit more torsionally flexible in those zones and keeping more ski on the snow as a result. More ski on the snow equals greater smoothness. So nice blend of damp and strong feel underfoot, and then a little bit more playfulness in the tips and in the tails. They are still kind of on the stiffer side underfoot and through the tail. Shovel is probably the more amenable to bending. You do feel a lot of good energy and pop coming out of that tail. This is the 176, and we are on the scale here at just about 1,800 grams. So light enough to be mobile. It's not really competing with those dual metal laminate 88s out there. Blizzard Anomaly 88 comes to mind as something that could be considered a comparison, but these are a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, and then more dramatically tapered and rockered when it comes to the shape and the profile. So we do get long camber underfoot. This is kind of something that we've noticed about these skis, is that the length of camber, especially through the tail, puts these on a different level where they're not rockered and they don't feel quite as floaty. The flex makes up for some of that flotation and mobility as opposed to the rocker. But we do get a longer rocker profile in the tip. Pretty low profile here. Not a lot of splay in the shovels. We do see more taper in this ski. Wider part is brought down into the tip here. Aligns with that rocker profile, and this is where you're getting your softer snow performance, your versatility, your ease of turning in the bumps and in the trees really comes from this zone of the ski, whereas that camber underfoot and then more of a traditional tail keeps you more locked in. So kind of a tale of two skis here with that more energetic tail shape and profile. Still not front side oriented. It's rounded enough to make for an easier release of the turn, but that camber does kind of push down on the back of the ski, keeping it from being super floaty in softer snow. It's really the lighter weight that helps you get mobile in the ski. We get dimensions of 135, 88, 117, so a pretty significant drop between tip and tail width. More of that pin-tailed shape that allows you to dictate the shape and duration of your turn with greater ease. And then in this 176, we get a 14-meter turn radius. That's pretty short, and it does like to be in that zone. You can open it up and let it run a little bit, but you will feel the tail wanting to hook up as opposed to the shovel. So a lot more of that turning capability comes in the tail. If you're going faster and you start to tighten it up, you will definitely feel that tail start talking to you. I've been kicked in the back seat a few times on these skis, just kind of not ready for how stiff and responsive that tail is, while the shovel of the ski is a lot more amenable to making the more agile movements that you need to get that good performance. But out of the tail, it's pretty strong. So just be prepared for that. We do have some tester feedback here on the M-Cross 88. Benny Wax calls it a quiet running ski that hugs the snow. Great for the whole mountain, good short quick turns, or smooth wide turning performance. Pretty diverse. And Benny scored it a 10 out of 10 for overall impression. Yeah, I totally agree with that. You know, whole mountain, especially in a place like here where we ski in Vermont, you know, our trees and bumps are pretty tight, so it's nice to have a lighter ski that's more agile. And then we end up just skiing groomers a lot, and having something that makes nice, short, cohesive turns really is a benefit. So make sure you check out this Dynastar M-Cross 88 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.